Guys, I wanted to take a minute to talk about the recent attacks that we've had, and I deliberately took some time to not jump on the bandwagon, everybody coming out with a video just right as soon as it happened. And I'm going to be doing something and talking about something a little bit different, because what I want to focus on is what each of us can be doing that can help in a situation like this. And as we all know, recently we had the New Year's Day terror attack, we had the bombing, we had the tragedy down in New Orleans, and unfortunately it's a terrible thing. There's a lot of stuff online about it. But what I wanted to focus on is some of the videos, and I'm not going to be showing them, that I seen that was part of the aftermath of it. And one thing that I noticed is that there were a lot of folks there that there were victims literally there in front of them, and they just simply did not know what to do to help. Some others were there that did, and they were able to help what they could. Unfortunately, there was a loss of life in each of these instances, and I think that one thing that we can do, all of us, that can help in any traumatic situation is if we simply take the time to go through a first aid class. Spending time learning how to help someone that has been the victim of a crime or even an accident is time well spent. Doing anything that you can is better than doing nothing. You need to be the one that steps up and tries to help. And it's important to realize that regular training should include first aid. Okay, if you're into firearms, if you are into anything that firearms related, survivalist, prepping, whatever, first aid is a huge component, and we don't spend enough time talking about it. I really think that each of us should get more involved in first aid and regularly taking training. The Stop the Bleed class is a great class. I'm actually an instructor for that. There are classes all over the country in first aid and CPR. And all you got to do is simply go online and you can find these classes in your area, whether it is a Stop the Bleed class, a CPR class, or just whatever. Take the time to learn the skills necessary to save someone's life. It's very important to do. And also carry a few basic supplies. A tourniquet does not take up a lot of space. Most of us will carry a flashlight, we'll carry other things, we'll carry a firearm in many cases, pocket knives, and other gear. Have a tourniquet on you, because I know there's a lot of stuff online or people talking about how you can make improvised tourniquets. It is not the same, and it is not going to be as effective as a real tourniquet. Okay, you're not going to be able to stop that bleeding with your belt as well as you could a good cat tourniquet, which is one of the best tourniquets on the market in my opinion. And there again, guys, don't simply go to Amazon and buy just the cheapest thing that you see, because there's a lot of imitations, a lot of fake tourniquets. You want to buy a legitimate first aid piece of gear. A cat tourniquet, there's a couple of other brands out there, and you need to know how to use it. The other thing that I would also recommend are chest seals, a vented chest seal and a non-vented chest seal. If there is ever any kind of a puncture within, basically on the torso, especially on the central cavity around your heart, around your lungs, that is a good way to seal that up, to help someone get to a higher level of care. And that's your goal. It is to sustain that individual until you can get them to a higher level of care. A tourniquet, a set of the chest seals, some gauze, and some gloves to protect yourself. Those are some essentials that do not take up a lot of your space. I carry them myself. A small first aid kit. You can get ankle kits. You can get small kits that will fit in your pockets, and just anything that you can do can help save someone's life. Okay, if you ever come upon an auto accident, there again, when seconds count, first responders are in many cases minutes away. That is the reality of the world that we live in. You are your own first responder. You need to know how to help others. You need to know how to help yourself. The more people we have in our communities that understand CPR, that understand the basics of first aid, including stop the bleed, the better we're going to be when it comes to helping people. It's a tragedy what happened. I know there's going to be a lot of other stuff that comes out about it. There's just debates all over the internet about what's behind it and all that. But the thing is, accidents happen on a daily basis. Tragedies happen on a daily basis. Attacks are becoming more common, unfortunately. Violence is. It does not stop the fact that we have a responsibility to step up and do what we can to help someone in need. Take that first aid class, take that stop the bleed class, take that CPR class. That's my words of encouragement to you in this new year. Guys, just, are you someone that regularly trains in first aid? How often do you take a class? That should become a regular part of your training. Guys, thanks for watching. Let me know your comments and thoughts down below in the comments. And check out all the links below, guys. I'll put some links to some different gear there. But again, learn how to use it. The gear is not going to do you any good if you don't know how to use it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.